What's up and what's happening, TPE Book Club? I wanted to come on and talk about our continued study in Craig Groeschel's latest book, Think Ahead. You can get this book wherever books are sold, Amazon, Target, Walmart, you name it. You can order this book online. It is also available as a audio book, so you can get this for your Audible or wherever you get your audio books from. There is also a workbook supplement that we've been working through, and it is fantastic. It really brings together everything that we've read, and it gives us an opportunity to be able to take our learnings further. And so I really wanted to talk about just the next step, or the next part rather, in the area of generosity, and it talks about standing firm in your generosity. And I've got a couple of things as it relates to you as a leader that you can do to stand firm in your generosity towards others. We talked about the importance of being a generous leader in our previous episode. We talked about why should you lean into generosity. I believe that if you take hold to the idea of generosity and you implement it into your leadership, the people that you serve, the people that you lead will be better from it. Your organizations will be better from it. You will gain a lot more traction towards the things that you want to accomplish through generosity. And so I've got three things that I want to canvas really quickly as it relates to standing in generosity and standing firm on generosity. Number one, empowering people to make decisions in your organization. This is really important as it relates to generosity. A lot of times as leaders, we can be viewed as the gatekeepers of authority, gatekeepers of what's going to happen next in our organizations. If we take a moment and step back and look at the people that we're serving and identify their skills, talents, and resources. And as we have different challenges and opportunities come up in our organizations, because they will, and we know who we can trust to make decisions in that regard, and we express generosity in letting them do those things, giving them the opportunity to do those things, you will be surprised at the reaction that you will get from the people that you're serving. Not surprised in a bad way, but surprised in maybe what they're able to accomplish, what their thinking is on a particular subject, how they view certain things. We sometimes as leaders think that we have all the answers. We sometimes think that it is our way is the best and only way. But I read something recently that said 6 plus 3 is 9, but also 5 plus 4 is 9 as well. So that lets you know there's multiple ways to be able to achieve a particular goal or a particular outcome. You have to give the people that you're serving through generosity the ability to be able to make decisions and the ability to be able to impact what's going on around the organization. Number two, in being generous, you got to be accessible and approachable. This is something that I work on a daily basis. A lot of times people might used to come up to me a lot more before than they do now, and they might say, man, are you okay? You look upset, you look frustrated. And that's just maybe the way my face looks in the moment, but most of the time I'm not any of those things. But you have to be intentional about how you're coming across. Do you come across as somebody that your team wants to approach and wants to have a conversation with, wants to get advice from, wants to just learn from? Your generosity is stifled when you are unapproachable. Your generosity is stifled when you're unaccessible. So being approachable and accessible are really, really important as it relates to the level of generosity that you can forward to the people that you're working with. And then number three, and this is the last point here, is offering mentorship and guidance. I think as generous leaders, we don't hold information from our team. We don't keep things from them. Now, again, don't get me wrong. There is appropriate levels of leadership in your organization that should have access to particular parts of information, particular pieces of information. However, if it's an appropriate level for a leader, share with them as what you know, because somebody did it for you. Somebody shared with you the things that they know, and that's what helped you get to this point to where you're at. Share with those people who are around you. Act as their mentor. Act as their guide as they're trying to navigate these leadership waters, as they're trying to navigate being a team member in your organization. They depend on your ability to be able to tell them, hey, this is what I would do in this situation. Not necessarily telling you what to do, but this is what my lens is on it. This is what my perspective is on it. Being generous with the things that you know can do nothing but great things in your organization. So those are the three things really quickly that I wanted to kind of come on and express from the things that we read in this portion of the book, Think Ahead from Craig Groeschel, is I want to be more generous in the area of empowering the people to make decisions, delegate more things to them in order for them to be the best versions of they can be in making an impact in our organization around things that we need decisions made for. I want to be more approachable as a leader, so I can let my generosity flow into their lives and they don't feel intimidated to be able to approach me about certain things. And I want to act as a mentor. Being generous means that I'm going to give more of myself to the people that I'm serving so they can become the best versions of themselves. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys have a clearer picture of what generosity looks like as a leader, what generosity looks like in your life. And this is applicable not only on the professional end, but it also is applicable on the personal end. Being more generous at home just makes home happier. Everybody stands to win when we're more generous. Thank you guys so much for tuning in into this episode of the book club. Hopefully you guys have been gaining some information and knowledge from the things Giovanna and I have been sharing. I can't wait to connect with you guys again as we continue to finish out this book and move on to our next book. All right, guys, until next time, TPE family, peace.
Have you heard TPE Now has launched our Coaching Connect sessions? If you're interested in growing more in your leadership development, whether that's inside the restaurant or any quick service restaurant, go to tpenow.com to book your discovery call. It's a free 30-minute call. You can connect with us today.